Hey, what's going on, guys? And today I have another review for you. So today I have the Jedi and Clone Trooper Battle Pack. The set retails for £13 in the UK, $15 US. Set 75206, ages 6 to 12, has 4 minifigures, including 2 Jedi and 2 Clone Troopers. So let's get into the build. Alright, starting off with the minifigures, we have Mundi. This is a brand new exclusive to the set print. This is the first time we've ever got a film version of Mundi, as the only version we have had was from the Clone Wars TV series, which had the Clone Wars look that many Clone Wars sets have. Now this Mundi, I have to say, it really is the best they've done. It is incredible. The printing on it just looks amazing. If we take a look around to the back, you can see the printing from the front continues on the back with absolutely beautiful printing on the back of the head and the mould as well, really working together to give it the proper look that the character has. And I have to say, kudos to LEGO. Now, I'm not going to lie, I am a little disappointed that we are getting Jedi minifigures in a battle pack, because obviously I want an army builder, but as things go, this is a very, very good minifigure for such a small set. Now, moving on, we have Barriss Offee. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is quite a interesting character. It's the apprentice of Luminara and Dooley, and in the Clone Wars TV series, she, and suppose head, she actually was the one that blew up the Jedi Temple and betrayed Ahsoka. So, even though she's in a Jedi Battle Pack, she's pretty evil as things go. Now, taking a look at the torso print right here, it is a very nice torso print in this faint bluish design. Now, if we take a closer look, you can see it a bit better. I have to say, I really do like the design. Now, the one thing that is unique about this, really unique about this minifigure, aside from, of course, the standard double-sided face, is the new legs. Now, these utilise the same legs the Praetorian Guards will use in the new 2018 Snoke's Throne Room. However, these did come out first. And as you can see, in the past when LEGO did these kind of dress legs, there's a look at the back printing as well, they would be just the standard LEGO piece with some printing on the front. Now, this one doesn't have printing on the front, which I think it's a bit disappointing. I think they could have maybe got away with doing some nice printing on the front, but it's got this really nice curvature to the back of the piece. And if you actually take off the torso, you can see that unlike the previous one, this is actually designed for the purpose of having a minifigure on it, and it works so much better, because one of the biggest issues this piece had, this leg design had when LEGO first started using it on minifigures like Bellatrix Lestrange from the Harry Potter theme, was that it would pop off really easily, but with this new design it stays on very well and works really, really well. Now, moving on, we have the 2 Clone Troopers. There isn't much new about this design, with the only difference being that leg printing is now included. Now, we have had this leg printing before on set, on Clone Troopers. For example, the Clone Trooper gunship, microfighter gunship set. The Clone Pilot had these printed legs, but it is really nice to get this print on a standard Clone Trooper in a battle pack. It's just a shame that this really isn't what you would normally get an army builder for, because it only has 2 Clone Troopers in it. Now, taking a look at the back, you can see the back printing and what it looks like without the helmet on. It does include the standard stud shooter gun. Some people like them, some people don't. I'm going to be honest, I'm not such a huge fan of the stud shooters. I much prefer getting the Lego blasters or the custom ones, but it's meant for kids, so it's just about one of the few things they can afford from LEGO these days, so I'm not going to hold it against them. Now, let's move on to the main build. Now, coming over to the main build, as battle packs go, this is probably one of the better builds. In truth, battle packs are not known for having amazing builds, though in the past they have had some truly spectacular builds. For example, the Imperial battle pack from 2014 I believe, which came with a gun turret, which was just amazing, and a few of the other battle packs from that year were also very good. But this one is, I really like the design. I do think that the windshield, it does go a bit far forward, a bit too upright, kind of takes away from the design just a little bit. But I think as designs go for a battle pack build, this is a fairly solid one, and the kind that I would like to have more than one of. My only gripe really is that if you take a look here, there is nothing for, like, no levers which they could have fit here and here, just some form of symbolism that there is a control to this vehicle, because if you take a clone trooper and just sit it in there, he's holding on to nothing, not really controlling it, it's kind of just going along in it. It'd be nice to have some joysticks or something which they could have fit on if they wanted, but didn't. Now, taking a look at the wings, they can move up and down, but they can't move any further down than this. But they do have these little cannon turrets on the front. I think, you know what, they are pretty cool looking. I have to say, you can rotate them 360 if you want. Oops, daisy, but the end bit does break off a bit. It does give you some manoeuvrability with it, and then the last real detail of it is the stud shooters at the front, which obviously are just the standard press down and fire. So now let's get on to the final thought. Now, as a whole, I think this is a very, very good set. In terms of buyability, you can only this is the kind of set that you get maybe one or two of, because of course the Jedi minifigures, as I said, they do detract from the repeatability of purchase of this particular set. And as battle packs go, this seems to be somewhat of a increasing trend where they have named unique minifigures, but less so for army building, which is a shame. But I think from a marketing perspective, it does encourage people to buy these sets more, especially considering that the price of battle packs over the past 2 years has increased from its standard $13 to 15, and from £12 to 13. Now, these aren't huge price changes, but I do think that they have affected sales. For example, I know for a fact that I don't buy anywhere near as many battle packs as I'd like, simply because if I go down to the Lego store, I only have so much, and I just can't get as many battle packs as I could when it was £12, and it doesn't really give me much variety in terms of what I can purchase with the money I have, due to the more awkward £13 price point. However, I do think you are getting a decent selection of minifigures and a decent build for the set. However, I do think that there could have been a few more additional features, like, as I said, the joysticks to control the thing. It's not like Lego are giving us 10p per piece for this set, which they're not, 10 cents a piece. It just doesn't happen in battle packs anymore. I think Lego could have really just maybe gone a bit further, and I think I don't think it's unreasonable to include a 5th minifigure in battle packs in the future. I think it would really help the sales, getting 5 minifigures instead of the 4, and it would mean that we could include a different clone trooper, maybe 3 standard clone troopers, or even maybe a clone captain, a unique clone trooper that has some repeatable buyability but isn't a unique, so you won't want to buy the set more than once, which I think the Jedi minifigures do cause that kind of issue. Now, as a whole, as I say, it is a very good set. I am a huge fan of it. I probably won't be buying many, maybe one more, unless it goes on discount, but that's really it. So if you enjoyed this review, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.